GG!
Okay, good day everyone. So here we will be solving this problem about rectilinear motion, okay? The effect of constant acceleration in a container. So this one is a basic, simple problem we can solve about this topic. So say we have this open rectangular tank mounted on a truck. The truck is 6 meters long, or the tank is 6 meters long, 1.8 meters wide, and 3 meters high. Initially, it is filled with water to a depth of 2.2 meters. So we have to determine the maximum horizontal acceleration wherein the tank or the truck can have without spilling any water. Determine the force required to produce that acceleration dun sa letter A, acting on the water mass. And for letter C, if the truck accelerates at 7 meters per second squared, find the volume of water spilled. So here, given na meron tayong tangke, sa letter A, hahanapin natin kung ano yung pinakamataas na possible value that we can have sa acceleration ng ating tank. Pero dapat walang matapong fluid. So let's start with that. So to kick things started, let's draw the figure. So here, hindi naman nagmamatter kung truck ba yan, van, or whatsoever. We will be focusing here doon sa dimensions ng ating tangke na merong fluid. So we have a rectangular tank. Yan. Okay, rectangular tank. This is 3 meters high, 1.8 meters wide. And let's draw the width. And so 1.8 meters, 3 meters high, 1.8 meters wide, and the length is 6 meters. Okay. So, since binigay ang length ay 6 meters, it is, we could say, in terms of practicality, we could say that this is, or nandito dapat yung ating gulong. So, meaning, kung mag-accelerate man yung ating truck, it has to be in this direction or in this opposite direction. So, regardless of the direction, it should have the same effect sa fluid. Ang dapat nating manote is yung ating wheels, okay? Saan ba papunta yung direction? So, for this kinds of problem, kapag hindi naman in a state or sinabi sa mismong problem kung saan yung movement, we can assume that it is along our length. Yan. Kung nasaan yung mahaba, doon ang movement niyan. So, we applied or we introduced an acceleration here, a constant acceleration. Now, initially, if the fluid is right here, nandito, we have the fluid here at a height of 2.2 meters. After accelerating that tank, anong mangyayari sa fluid natin? So, thinking about it, so gamit lang tayo ng logic, use tayo ng logic. The water, of course, kapag in-accelerate natin siya papuntang right, it would move as well. So, pag ganito, let's say pag ganyan. Yan. Now, for this topic, para po masatisfy itong letter A, the maximum acceleration na pwede nating i-apply na hindi mag-i-spill ang tubig, okay, it will happen if, diba? Imagine mo, kailan siya mangyayari, yung maximum acceleration. Diba? Kapag nagdagdag ka dyan ng acceleration, aangat. Dinagdagan mo pa, aangat. And darating sa point na yon na yung acceleration natin, yung fluid natin, yung pinakadulo, tatama na dito. Sa dulo or sa pinakataas ng ating rear end sa tank. Diba? So, kapag dinagdagan pa natin yung acceleration, what will happen? Aangat pa tong nasa dulo and then may matatapo na. Pero, hindi nga kasi ganun ang gusto nating mangyari. So, we want that for letter A and letter B, wala munang spillage. Wala munang matatapon. So, the maximum height of water or fluid na kaya nating i-attain na walang spillage is dapat hanggang dito lang. So here, sa ganitong cases, ano po ang mangyayari? Magkakaroon siya ng, mag-tilt. And sa ganitong klase ng cases, yung ating theta, okay? Diba magtatagilid tong ating fluid? Magkakaroon ng angle of inclination. So this theta, with respect to the horizontal, ito yun. And this theta. And here, so, dapat alam natin, in case na hindi pa, so hanggang wala pa pong natatapong fluid, our fluid will behave symmetrically inside the tank. Meaning, okay, kung ito ay tatagilid, we could say that from the center, so from this point, yan, so kung nasa gitna yan, kung ang length natin ay L, this is L over 2. So hanggang wala pa pong natatapon, symmetrical yung behavior ng fluid natin. And we could say that kung ilan yung inangat natin from the center papuntang kabilang side sa rear, ganun din ang ibinaba sa kabilang side. And this height, let's say this is your y. The relationship na meron siya doon sa ating L over 2, okay, alam na natin, that is tangent theta is equal to y over L over 2. That is your tangent. So, sa problem na to, ano kaya si y? Okay? Simple lang. Ano yung maximum height? Okay, kung initially ang height natin ay 2.2, what is the maximum height or maximum value ni y wherein wala pong matatapong fluid? Yes, it should be this height. Kung ano to, from the top of the tank hanggang dito sa initial water surface. Okay? Ibig sabihin, initially, nandito yung ating fluid. Okay, nandyan. But since naglagay tayo ng acceleration, nakita ng acceleration there, ano nangyari? So once we induce the acceleration, aangat, and the maximum value of y na pwede nating ma-achieve without spillage is simply, yes, 3 minus 2.2. Ito yun. Okay? Itong dotted na yan, yan yung initial water level natin. Pagka-accelerate, para hindi siya walang matapon, the y should be limited to this height. Yung clearance natin bago matapon yung fluid. So, yan ay, so y, diretso na natin. So, y is equal to 3 minus 2.2, which is 0.8. How about L over 2? Okay, so the length of the tongue is 6. So L over 2 must be, yes, 3. So, makukuha na natin si tangent theta. So, L is equal to 6. Lagyan natin. Yan. So, tangent theta is equal to 0.8 over 6 over 2. That is 3. So, therefore, our theta is, so our tangent ng 0.8 over 3, that is 14.93 degrees. Okay? Pero, hindi yan ang hinatanong. Ang hinahanap ay yung acceleration na maximum. So, to do that, use our formula. Diba? Tangent theta is equal to your acceleration over your gravitational acceleration. So, ilan? Okay, so G is 9.81. Tangent theta, tangent 14.93 is equal to your acceleration. So, acceleration is equal to 9.81 tangent. So, 2.616 meters per second squared. So, that is your final answer. Okay. Letter B. So, diba? Simple lang. Okay tayo dan. So, sa letter B, what is the required force to produce this acceleration? Yan. Ano yung force na needed natin to produce this one? This acceleration? The 2.616? Okay, simple lang. Gamitin natin yung formula doon sa first law of motion ni Newton. Force is equal to your mass times acceleration. Ano ang mass? Yes, it should be density times volume times acceleration. Diba? Sana naalala. So, your density, since ang laman nito ay water, the density should be 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. The volume is simply the volume of fluid, which is rectangular naman ang shape dahil rectangular yung container. So, it should be 6 times 2.2 times 1.8 cubic meter times your acceleration 2.616 meters per second squared. So, the force will be equal to times 6 times 2.2 times 1.8. So, 62,156.16 newtons, and that is your final answer. Okay. Now, for letter C, what if we accelerated this truck to 7 meters per second squared? How much or how large is the spilled volume? Okay? So, nakita agad natin. Sure tayo dyan na may matatapon. Bakit? Kasi nga, yung maximum acceleration without spillage is 2.616. Ginigay dyan 7 meters per second squared. So, this is way larger or higher than 2.616. Therefore, there must be spillage. Okay? Kasi mas malaki siya doon. So, if acceleration is equal to 7 meters per second squared, what is the spillage? Yan. So, here, ang goal natin, yan, mahanap natin kung ano yung theta natin given that the acceleration is 7 meters per second squared. So, to do that, kopyahin muna natin yung figure. Ito lang. Yan. Sige. Oops. Tanggalin natin to ang mga So, introduce tayo ng acceleration. Yan. So, here, sure na po tayo na hindi ganito ang behavior ng fluid. Bakit? Kasi nga, lalagpas na siya dun sa, okay, yung ating tubig ay meron na ang matatapon. So, ganito kasi yan. So, once sumobra na yung acceleration natin doon sa limiting acceleration wherein walang matatapon, kapag sumobra na dyan sa 2.616, basically, hindi na po magiging symmetrical yung behavior ng ating liquid dito sa loob ng tank. Okay? Of course, kung ito-try mong i-imagine yan, makikita mo. Diba? So, kung initially, if sakto lang yung ating fluid, yung acceleration natin, ganito ang mangyayari. However, imagine mo, diba, 2.616 to kanina. What if ginawa mo 3? Okay, ano lang, mental practice. 3 meters. So, mas binilisan mo. What will happen? Yes, simple lang. Okay? Bababa pa yung tubig natin. Yan. Okay, bababa yan. Bababa. Nakita mo yung nangyari. Diba? From there, nandito na siya. Lang. Yan. From there, diba? Yan. From dyan, lumipat. Yon. Okay? So, kung kanina, nakita mo, nasa gitna siya, nasa center yung intersection noong fluid, nitong initial water level natin and yung final water level natin. Ngayon, yes, lumipat na. So, ano yung gusto kong ipakita sa inyo? Hindi na siya symmetrical. So, iba na yung treatment natin. Hindi na pwedeng L over 2. Kumbaga, this length, hindi na siya L over 2. Okay? So, bakit importante yung ganun? Kasi nga, yung analysis natin dito involves trigonometry. Diba? So, since trigonometry yan, importante yung mga dimensions na gagamitin natin. So, kung kanina, L over 2 yung ginamit natin to relate, diba? To relate this height y, and yung theta, ang ginamit mo L over 2 earlier, ngayon, hindi na pwede. Okay? In terms of practicality, hindi na pwede. Because, unknown ito. Ito ay known sa atin, of course. Known naman sa atin yan. Alam mo na to eh. Ay, di ba kung ano yung height na natitira kanina. And of course, pwede mo rin kunin to. Pero hindi siya practical. Okay? Hindi yan practical gawin. So, ang gagawin mo kapag sumobra na siya doon sa spillage limit natin, sa acceleration wherein magkakaroon ng spillage, ang check mo dyan ngayon is whether yung dulo ba, okay, itong part na to, ito, yung part na yan, siya ba ay nandito sa rear end, sa front end ng ating tank, or nandito na siya sa bottom. Okay, imagine, kung kanina 3 meters per second nandito yung ating fluid, what if binilisan mo pa? Okay, nag-add pa tayo ng acceleration. Ano ang mangyayari dito? Yes, ano pa siya, mas? Yan, medyo OA kasi. Yan. Mas gagalaw pa yung tubig. Diba? Imagine mo lang. Gamitan natin ng logic. Imagine mo. So, pag pinilisan pa natin yan, so from here, yung dulo, lilipat siya ngayon dito sa bottom. Okay? Dito na. And kapag ganyan ang nangyari, iba na ulit yung analysis natin. 'Di ba? Kita mo na agad. So, iba na. So, balikan natin yung nauna. So, here, yung tangent theta natin is equal to A over G. And also, tangent theta is equal to your Y over L over 2. Ito, using this triangle. Right? This triangle. Importante yan. So, ngayon, kapag ganito, your tangent theta is still equal to A over G, but also equal siya sa, okay? Equal siya sa height na to. Okay? Ano ba to? Ano? Diba? This is L. This is, let's say, this is Y. Ayan. This is Y. Yung height na yan mula sa taas hanggang dito sa point na to. Now, we can say that tangent theta is equal to your Y over L. Diba? Medyo iba. Kanina, Y over L over 2. Ngayon, kapag ganito yung nangyari, it should be Y over L. So, importante kasi yan because kadalasan, kapag may spillage, ang tinatanong dyan, volume of spillage, tulad nung nangyari ngayon. So, here, need natin makuha itong Y. And, importante yan. Because, we will be using this value of Y para mahanap kung gaano karami yung natapon. Pero babalikan natin yan maya-maya. So, here naman, for this one, ano ang makukuha natin relationship? Anyways, nakalimutan kong ilagay. Nandito si theta. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, ito, theta din to. Okay, it's just that, in terms of practicality, hindi naman natin need pang consider itong maliit na triangle. Okay? Hindi natin need yan. Ang need natin is itong Y. Okay. Anyways, so here, once nagdagdag tayo na acceleration, yung theta natin, ito yon. Now, here, itong total height ng tank natin, this is your Y. Ayan. And this one, syempre, wag na natin tawagin L yan. Tawagin natin siyang X. Okay? Si L, siya yung total length ng tank. Ngayon, kung mas binilisan pa natin, we will notice that magre-recede talaga yung tubig. Iisod siya pa ganun. Now, your X is less than your L. However, using trigonometry, wala pong complicated dito. Trigo lang tayo. Trigo. Your tangent theta is still A over G and also Y over X. Ba? Nakikita? Importante yan. Ngayon, pag ang hinatanong sa atin ay volume spilled. And for letter C, what is the volume spilled? What is the volume spilled? I-check mo ngayon kung ang ating 7 meter per second will produce or kung nasa ang case ba siya. Dito ba siya sa unang case wherein your water is at the front of your tank, or nandito siya sa case 2 wherein your water is yung end ng ating fluid ay nasa bottom of the tank. And to do that, the step is quite simple. So usually, dito sa case 1, ano yung magiging unknown sa atin? Si Y. Kasi si L, kadalasan given yan. Yung length ng tank. Tulad ngayon, di ba? Given si L, 6 meters. Okay. Ibig sabihin, check lang natin kung, yan, mangyayari siya na case 1 siya if given that yung L is 6, yung theta is nakuha natin, yung sa tangent theta, ano ba si Y? Is it greater than yung total height ng ating tank? So, given, ito yung height natin ha. Yung height ng tank natin. This is your height. Yan. So, iti-test natin yan. The same with case 2. So, try natin. Let's try. So, for letter C, our theta should be equal to, and tangent theta is equal to your 7 over 9.81. So, theta is equal to 7 over 9.81. 35.51 degrees. Now, test natin. Case 1 ba or case 2? Itong 35.51 degrees. So, let's try here sa ating case 1. Given that the length is 6 meters. And the height, which is basically y siya dito sa case 2 ha. Your y is equal to your 3 meters. Diba? Sa case 2, nakasagad na yung tubig. So, yung y natin, siya na si 3 meters. Here naman, sa case 1, yung h natin, 3 meters, but yung y is either equal to 3 meters or less than 3 meters. Okay, so imagine, you do not have to memorize yung mga sinasabi ko. I do not really prefer as well na ipamemorize sa inyo yan. Mas gusto ko, or personally, I believe, magiging, or mas maiintindihan ninyo kung igigets nyo na lang ang concept, understand what happens in real life. In real life, no formulas in real life. Imagine mo na meron kang tangke sa harap mo, nag-induce ka ng acceleration doon, ano yung mangyayari? Okay? So, walang complex doon, applyan mo nang nangyayari sa real life. So, now, if your theta is 35.51 degrees, try natin sa case 1. Okay? So, okay na tayo dito. We know tangent theta is equal to your y over L. So, okay, if case 1. Check lang to. I-check lang natin. I-check. So, kapag case 1, yung y ang unknown. Diba? Kasi yung L, 6 meters. So, let's see. So, tangent ng 35.51 is equal to your y over 6. So, what is y? So, 6 tangent ng 35, 4.28 meters. Now, balik tayo dito sa case 1. Nakita mo, sir, yung h, 3 meters lang yan. Okay. Then, you have your answer. Hindi siya case 1. Diba? Kasi, mas mataas na si y kaysa kay h. Meaning, dapat natapon na yon. Kaso yung tangke natin hanggang 3 meters lang. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. Hindi siya mangyayari. Therefore, hindi siya case 1. That's simple. Ganun lang kasimple. Hindi siya case 1. Diretso tayo sa case 2. Okay? So, y is greater than h. Therefore, not case 1. Yan. Okay, itong case 1 na to, sinasabi lang natin, but I do not really, hindi ko talaga pinapromote yung pag-memorize ng case 1, case 2. Dito, at least dito, okay? Kasi hindi mo naman talaga need sa uluhin yung case 1, case 2. More of understanding. So, ako kasi personally, hindi ko yan sinasaulo as case 1, case 2. Na iintindihan ko na lang, or inintindi ko siya in terms of what I know would happen sa real life. Ganun sa engineering. Anyways, if case 2, if dun sa pangalawang case, if case 2, try natin, tangent theta should be equal to your y over x. Okay? Note natin that your x is less than 6 meters ha. So, dapat less than 6 meters siya. Ganun lang kasimple. If yung lumabas na x is greater than 6 meters, ano ibig sabihin nun? Yes, hindi siya case 2. Ganun lang kasimple. Parang vice versa lang yan. pag pumasok siya sa x, mas mababa sa length natin, case 2. So, try natin. So, tangent theta is equal to your y, which is, yes, 3 meters. Kaya hindi po pwedeng sumobra sa 3 meters yung height ng fluid. Kasi nga hanggang 3 meters lang yung tank. Ano yung fluid mo? Lulutang? Nagaganon? Kahit walang nakaharang doon? Diba? Hindi naman. So, constrained kasi yung ating fluid sa container natin. So, kung ano yung size ng container, that should also be the size or the volume, the shape na yung fluid natin will form. So, the tangent theta is equal to 3 over x. So, x is equal to, yung theta, 35.51 degrees yan, ha? Then, ay. Okay. So, 4.204 meters, which is less than 6 meters, therefore, case 2. Diba? Okay. So, now, alam na natin that after natin i-apply yung 7 meter per second squared na acceleration, ito yung magiging shape ng ating water sa tangke. Okay, ano ba yung implication yan? Kasi nga, itong shape na to, ito yung gagamitin natin sa pag-calculate ng volume. Kasi volume ang pinapahanap, di ba? Volume of water spilled. So, sa pagkuha ng volume, mayroon kang dalawang way, di ba? Pwede mo siyang, yung volume spilled, pwede mo siyang kunin considering the volume of water. Okay? The volume of water initial minus the volume of water final. Tama? Yes. Diba? The volume spilled can be solved by subtracting the final water volume sa initial water volume. Kung may natapon dyan, yung final volume of water should be less than sa initial volume. Pag sinubtract mo, yun na yun, yung spilled volume. Or, pwede mong kunin ang spilled volume in terms of the voids or yung air. 'Di ba? May air dito. Ito yung tangke natin banda dito yan. Ito yung dulo ng tank sa taas. Yan. So sa pagkuha nito, itong volume spilled. Wait lang. Volume spilled ay dapat block. So this spilled volume pwede mong kunin in terms of water, pwede rin in terms of air. So, pipiliin mo ngayon sa dalawang yon kung saan na mas available. So, but before that, kapag air, ano dapat? So, the volume of air final rather, minus volume of air initial. So, bakit? Okay, isipin mo. Initially, ang volume ng voids mo ay mas kakaunti. Bakit? So, kung halimbawa, dito na lang. Ito yung initial volume of air natin. Itong part na to. Yung triangle na to. Yan, yung part na triangle na yan. Diba? Air ang nandyan. Now, after may matapon, anong mangyayari? Yes, ito na yung volume ng air natin. And, sa final volume of air natin, mas malaki yung volume nun. Kasi nga, may natapon na tubig. Yung ibang tubig, napalitan ng air. So, mas malaki na si air. That's why, here, si air final yung nasa unahan. Okay, but you don't have really to memorize this. Just understand why. Diba? Kasi nga, kinonsider natin ngayon is yung voids. So, sa case 1 and case 2, although kahit saan dyan yung pwede mong gamitin, syempre, pipiliin mo saan yung mas mabilis. Okay? So, pag case 1, ano yung mas mabilis? Air or water? Volume of air ang i-consider or volume of water? So, ako nang magsasabi, yung air. Bakit? Because what we will be considering here sa case 1, kapag water, volume ng water, ito. Anong napansin mo? Trapezoid. Okay, wala namang problema doon. Pero syempre, dahil trapezoid yan, medyo mas complicated i-solve ng slight, di ba? Kasi trapezoid. Ano yung volume ng air final? Ito. Ano yung shape niyan? Triangle. O, di ba sa bilis? And wag ka nang matakot dahil meron ka ng length ng triangle, meron ka ng height ng triangle, yung y. So, wala talagang complicated here. So, importante yung y dyan. So, pag nakuha mo si y, related yan sa pagkuha ng volume. So, paano naman kapag case 2? Okay? Pag case 2 naman, ano yung volume na mas magandang gamitin? Air or water? Okay, water. Kasi pag air, kita mo, di ba? Trapezoid. Mas complicated yan. So, saan ka? Dito ka sa water kasi triangle ulit. And don't worry, nakuha mo na si X and si Y. Yan ang kailangan mo sa pagkuha ng volume. O, baka inisip mo, Sir, area lang naman ang meron dyan Oo. Pero wag mong kalimutan, di ba may width ito na 1.8 meters? Okay? So, alam mo na kung paano kunin ang volume. Sige. Kunin na natin ang spilled volume ng ating tangke. So, if this is case 2, okay, ito yon, mas magandang gamitin or i-consider ang volume of water. Okay, so kunin natin. So, volume of water. Yan. So, volume of water spilled or volume spilled na lang. Yan. Spilled is equal to volume initial minus volume final. Okay. Ano po ang initial volume of water? Balik tayo sa original figure. Here. Kita mo agad, di ba? So, 6 yung length times yung width na 1.8 times yung height ng water, 2.2. Okay? So, 6 times 1.8 times 2.2 minus final volume of water. Nasaan? Ito. Meron ka ng Y, 3 meters. Meron ka ng X, 4.204. Sige. So, meaning, the final volume, anyways, lagyan natin ang ito, length times width times height. Yan. So, minus, here, yung area natin, which is yung triangle. So, 1/2 times your y na 3 meters, your x na 4.204, and your width na 1.8. So, this is your y, this is your x, this is your width. Okay, so 6 times 1.8 times 2.2 minus 0.5 times 3 times 4.204 times 1.8. So this is 12.421 cubic meters, and that is your final answer. Okay. So that is how you solve this kind of problem. GG.